Welcome back, sir. So good to see you.
This is an ambush.
Welcome back.
How are you?
It's good to see you, sir.
Thank you. How are you? Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
What are you bringing back from the IP? What does Nigeria stand from the engagement?
Yeah, a lot in terms of interparliamentary cooperation, exchange of possible future visits, and at the same time, we believe that the image of Nigeria has improved dramatically within the international community. We had a side bilateral discussions with a lot of parliaments across Africa and also across the globe. We also engage in other ventures such as visiting the World Trade Organization and other world bodies like that to discuss on how to improve the Nigerian economy through parliamentary dialogue and cooperation. We discuss issues of training and retraining and the exchange of experiences between the Russian Federation, the United Kingdom, and other countries. And I think the one that I would say we brought majorly, major take-home, will be the one of the World Trade Organization. We met the Director General, and we discovered that there are funds hanging which our women can leverage on to improve their businesses, small and medium-scale enterprises, and we shall be discussing that with the executive, particularly with Mr. President, and trying to set up a committee to work with them to ensure that Nigerian women also benefit from the benefits are quite enormous, you know. Nigeria cannot be an island. Where 250 million, our voices should always be heard wherever we go to. And I think what we brought back was the integrity of Nigeria and the fact that we are back on the world stage with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Don't forget, he's also the chairman of ECOWAS. So it's important that they hear from him through the parliaments.
So when you addressed the IPU assembly, like you said, the world should hear the voice of Nigeria. You raised the issue of Gaza. How did the world receive that message from you in terms of restoring peace across the world?
Well, shortly after my address, there were reactions because I would say that the world was there. You are talking about 180 countries plus a lot of other countries that are not officially present, but were there because I saw the American delegation and all that. And if you notice, almost everything that I said is what is happening now. Israel has agreed to release prisoners, and at the same time, the other side is negotiating to also release hostages. So we believe the major thing now is a ceasefire to allow for humanitarian aid to get to the children, the women, and the people of Gaza. And after that, we can discuss on sustainable means of bringing peace to that region. I think it's only somebody who has not experienced war that will not feel it. I know my children weep when they, look at these things on their Facebook. You know, your children are even more informed than you. They watch some of these things live, and it's disheartening. And for me, as a Civil War child, I was probably 3 or 4 years old when the Nigerian Civil War was on, and I saw the devastation. I saw parents throwing their children into pit toilets because of sounds of bombs. I saw roofs being blown away whenever a bomber was passing, just the plane and all that. And there was total confusion. And numerous children from Nigeria ended up in Gabon and never returned. So parents were separated from their children. The kwashiorkor and other diseases took over. It's not an easy thing. When you talk about war is like rain. If you call on rain, it won't rain in only one person's room. It will be everywhere. So it's important that when there is insecurity in any part of the world, it affects the others. Almost like HIV. If you are not infected, you are affected because you have to take care of the infected patient. Am I right? And you have to become very cautious so that you don't also end up taking it. So I think it's important that we have peace in the globe. It's important because even these arms we are talking about, after the war, the arms will still be on the ground all over. and some may find their way into Africa. Many have already found their way into Africa. See the Libyan experience and what happened in Niger, and thereafter what happened in Borno State. So when it is happening, don't just say, oh, it is in Gaza. You watch out. At the end, when the war is over, the amount of arms that have entered into that region may end up in countries that have been very peaceful, and then insecurity will come. So it's important that the whole world works towards peace. And there's no way you can have development, meaningful development, without peace. And this country, ours, is to focus on how we can transform Nigeria and bring about a peaceful environment so that people can sleep with their two eyes closed. And the only way to do that is also to ensure that our neighboring countries and then the global community is also peaceful for progress to thrive.
So while you are away, a lot of happened on the local scene.
Wow.
Senator Ningi has just dropped a letter in your office saying that you have to restate him or you go to court in 7 days.
You know, it was a parliamentary decision, so I haven't seen the letter yet. But Senator Ningi is one of us, so I mean, what is suspension? We expect that in a few days he will join us, so it's not a problem.
Thank you very much.
It will be resolved amicably.
Thank you.
The Senate is a family.
Easter message.
Yes.
Easter message.
Well,
And Mr. President is also marking his birthday tomorrow. So
Yes, happy birthday to Mr. President. We wish him more health, we wish him more wisdom, and we wish him more prosperity. Not for himself, because he's already a prosperous man, but for Nigeria. As more income comes into Nigeria, automatically, through him, Nigeria will prosper. And above all, we wish him peace, peace of the Lord that passeth all understanding, which means we are wishing him a peaceful country, and of all this insecurity should come to an end. I've also sent my message to the Chief of Defense Staff on the demise of the 16 soldiers that were brutally and in a horrific manner murdered in the Niger Delta region. And I have said that I will continue to encourage it. I will personally see them, that whether we bring justice to them or we bring them to justice, the major thing is that justice must be done. It's barbaric, it's not Nigerian at all. So I condemn it in its entirety. So
Easter
my message
yes.
for Easter is that we should live just like Christ. He died for us. We should be sacrificial. We should carry one another along. We have a song in my place that they sing for me always, that Pablo believes in both, in eating together, do not eat alone, then always extend a helping hand. Because that's how God sent his son to die for mankind in order to liberate us. So be sacrificial in your approach to life. Don't wait until you are very rich before you touch your neighbor. May peace of the Lord be with us in this Easter.
Amen.